and welcome back everyone to this episode. Today we're gonna have a look inside a modern coffee machine, espresso machine. This one in particular is a lever espresso machine. So we're gonna have a look at the components inside, just the basic components, and it applies to most other machines, whether it's a E61 or commercial machine. Differences I'll talk about. This one is from ACS. It has dual boiler, which I'll go into in a bit. I'll swing the machine around to the back and show you the components. Okay, so just swing the machine around. Very quick overview. The components, the electronic components are on the right side of the machine. The water tank is on the left side, and this machine can also be directly plumbed in. They give you all the equipment, they give you the hose, etc. And I believe you just follow instructions, and instead of using this water tank, it goes directly into your water. The main components, this is a dual boiler. What that means, there's two boilers, as you can see, the big one and the small one. The big one houses water for the hot water, for the steam, and in reality for your cup holder as well. So there's a couple of panels in this machine which I've taken off, of course the side panels, the back panel, because this is a lever machine. Right here there is a massive massive metal plate, probably weighs about 5 kgs. It's a counterweight, so that when I do pull on the lever in the front, the machine doesn't topple over. So I've taken all that out. On the top there's also a metal grid for your cups to warm up, and the warming process is basically using the heat from the steam boiler, service boiler. So most machines, they have either one or two boilers, some have three. This is what they call the surface boiler or the steam boiler. So there's hot water comes from here, the steam comes from here, and if you can see the way this machine is built, I'll show you now. The steam one is on the left, the hot water is on the right, and if you can see from the back here, you basically have a copper pipe that goes to the steam, it's at the top, so that's the steam, and the hot water as well goes to the right side. Okay, so you get your hot water and steam from here. The brew boiler, which is this one, sorry about lighting, it's a lot smaller. I think this one is about 800 milliliters. This is about 2.4, I can't remember how many liters it is now. So this one basically goes to the front here, if you can see, and when you pull the lever down, it operates a pump which pumps the water from the brew into the group head, which is here, and of course your portafilter goes here. Most machines also have a pump. This one is a 24 volt DC pump. Okay, so the pump only comes on when it needs to refill the boilers, or when you pull a shot. So when you pull the lever down, operates the switch, the pump comes on, pushes the water from the brew boiler into the group head, and then it switches off. That's it. The rest of the espresso shot pulling process is done via the springs. Now on other machines like an E61, the pump stays on because it needs to pump the water and produce pressure. There's no spring in other machines. Now this one has this machine has PID in basically all three areas: the steam, the brew, and also the group head. PID is basically a way of measuring and controlling the heating. So there's of course a heating element here which needs information. So there's a PID. So I believe this is the temperature sensor. Okay, that is the heater. Okay, same goes for the brew boiler. If you can see from, I can get a light in here, that's your sensor, and then your heater is this one down here. Can put it, this one here. Okay, now for your brew, for the group head, there's also two, you can't quite see it here, but there's two heating elements inside the group head. I can't remember how far up, it's probably up here somewhere. There's also a PID, so there's 3 temperature controls for this machine, which is quite a lot. So in general, in the water tank, there is where it pulls the water in, and then there is a float switch here, which tells the machine if it's empty, so it stops the pump from working. So basically, when you do switch the machine on, it draws the water, the pump draws the water in, then it pumps it into here, which goes into the separate areas, the surface boiler and the brew. Yeah, and so that's just a very basic overview of an espresso machine. For this one, as you can see, there's lots of electronics here. Wouldn't be able to tell you what they are. Some of the controls, of course, the heaters. There's also LCD at the front, which can switch the machine on and off, and it can change the pre-infusion that this machine has, the temperature of each of the boilers, and also in the group head. Black back plate is back on, the bracket is on, which holds the back plate, which is really heavy. Then I'm going to put the panel, this panel back in the back, and the other side panel, and then the top 2 panels. Panels are back, just top panel to go, just turned it on. There you go. Put the top lid back on, and the cup grid, and should be good to go. Right, the machine is put back together. So this is my setup. There's a Logon P64 there. It's a little bit of a mess. It's a machine. Cups, newer machine. Don't really use a scale anymore because I have this pressure gauge. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone.